Hey, what's up? It's your girl Evie Sile, and you are tuned into my The Challenge Vendetta recaps. Stay put. Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy episode 3. I'm so sorry for missing last week. My schedule has been crazy, but I hope you'll forgive me and we can move forward onto this week. So this episode starts, we are at the elimination between Nelson and Corey. We know that first of all, Nelson finished last place in last week's challenge, though he was immediately sent into the elimination. Once the challenge from last week was over, we find out that how the second person for elimination will be chosen will be based on what is called the Troika. This is 3 people, the top 3 placing people of the challenge of the week. They will get to pick 3 contenders to go into what is called an inquisition. The inquisition is where these 3 people up for potential elimination or potentially going into elimination will get to plead their case to the Troika and basically try to stay out of elimination. From there, the Troika will then pick the second person to go against the one who lost in the challenge, and this is basically how eliminations are going to work. I think it's pretty cool, but I do think that this Troika could start to have an advantage towards, depending on the challenge, towards the men, because if it's a more physical, or I don't know how they're going to really equalize this so that everyone has a fair chance, but we'll see how this goes. Corey got voted in by the Troika to go against Nelson. They will actually be playing a game called Balls of Fire. Basically, it's soccer without other players in the game. So there's a rectangle of fire in the center, and both Corey and Nelson have their own goals. Obviously, they have to guard their goals, make sure that their opponent does not kick the ball into their goal. Oh, did I say ball? Oh no, this is a ball of fire. The ball is lit on fire. There's a rectangle in the center lit on fire. The whole purpose of the game is they gotta get through all of this fire and get to that goal. They start. It's looking like they have a strong start. Nelson is kicking his ball. The first round, he kicks it through the rectangle of fire, and he actually almost gets it into Nelson's goal. Nelson blocks, and, he's showing that he's going to put up a fight for this elimination. Then, things start to go downhill. Nelson and Corey are going back and forth. I think they even they were on the 14th try, then the 17th attempt, and not one of them gets a goal. It gets so long-winded and frustrating as they're kicking this ball over the goal, kicking it underground, kicking it into the stands. TJ's like, you know what? We're going to stop this mess. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you move away from your goal, and I'm going to make it a free goal. As long as whoever gets that ball into that empty unguarded goal is who's going to win. We are tired. We've been here for hours. We're going to stop this. What are they doing? So they move from guarding their goals, and Nelson gets the first chance. He kicks it through the ring of fire, and he makes it into Corey's unguarded goal. Woo! Thank God. People are going to get sleep tonight. Now this means that Corey has to make this next goal. If he doesn't, he's losing this elimination round. So Corey, he is stretching. He is here to play. He's having flashbacks of him losing last season in Champs vs. Stars. He's having flashbacks of not winning the money. He needs to stay here. He has Alicia. He has, people to get back at. He cannot go out like this. So that's all he's thinking as he kicks the ball. And literally, the footage was not in slow-mo, but you would think that it was in slow-mo on how this went down. His ball just goes and stops like 2 feet in front of Nelson's goal. And we're all just like, that is so embarrassing. Like, Corey, I don't know how you're training for this show. I don't know what you're doing, but I think whatever you've been doing, you need to switch it up, because we cannot have an unguarded gold and you cannot make it in. Corey, sir, we need to get you a new trainer. We need to get you a new strategist. We just need to get you a new everything, because this is embarrassing. And when you come back next season, I expect to not see this again. So the elimination is over, and TJ announces that Nelson is obviously the winner, and he tells Corey, it's good to see you, but I'm sure we'll see you in the future. And instead of Corey, saying bye to everyone like they usually do, especially because he has a girl, I use that term loosely because we know, a girl in Alicia, he decides that he's not going to say goodbye to anyone. He is too upset. He's too embarrassed. He walks out with no goodbyes, and that's the second way to go out, Corey, but do you, boo? You think that the elimination round is over. Oh, no. TJ announces a surprise. He says that going into an elimination and winning is not all about just fighting for your chance back into this game. It's actually going to be a slight advantage. Anyone who wins an elimination is going to be given a grenade. Now, with a grenade, you have three options. You can either take $5,000 from someone else's individual bank account. You can get a time crunch, which is actually being able to give someone else time on a challenge. Being able to fuck someone's time over can be the biggest advantage in getting them out of the troika. Or you can put yourself in the troika in what he calls put up or shut up. You can either choose to put yourself in the troika or have control over one person that immediately goes into the Inquisition. So it's looking like whoever starts to win eliminations is going to have almost as much power as the troika. So you either win or you win an elimination. So it's going to be interesting to see what Nelson chooses as his option at the next challenge. So now for this week's Fling update. So it's looking like we're getting a new type of brewing fling with Nicole Z and Melissa. So we see that Melissa is kind of saying that she's attracted to Nicole Z. She mentions that her whole purpose of flirting with Nicole is that she wants to get far in this game, and she wants to align herself with people who she believes are strong. We do get a quote of her saying she finds Nicole Z more attractive than all of the other guys, and we see them go into the bathroom and handle their little flirtation and their energy. Now, I was going to try to be objective about this whole little fling happening, but I have to say that I'm disappointed in seeing, Nicole come on here and be all flirtatious and touchy. And I know that's her personality, and I know she's single and she's allowed to do this. But as we saw, she, just came out of a relationship with Laurel, who she met on the challenge Invasions, and just based on how their relationship started on Invasions, being in that love triangle, and then finally, her realizing that she was really into Laurel the whole time, blah, 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 whatever. Like, y'all know the backstory with that. I just did not appreciate the fact that she kind of came on here. Maybe she was told not to acknowledge Laurel or the breakup, or maybe she didn't care. Maybe I don't know, but the whole thing just seems very messy. It seems very soon. I assume she broke up with Laurel right before coming to this, and how she's just all over this Melissa girl, basically playing the same game she did with Laurel. It just makes me give her a huge side eye. And a huge, like, I don't know. I'm not feeling this. I know she's single, and I know I probably have no say, whatever, cool. But I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I think it's too soon. I think it's disrespectful, and that's that. We also see that Melissa was hanging out with Natalie, and she happened to hit her foot on a light fixture. She breaks the light fixture, and the glass cuts her foot. So then we see Nicole Z comes to her rescue. She mentions that, oh, I used to be a medic. I got you, girl. She's all over her, helping her wrap her foot, cuddling with her in her bed, telling her she'll be all right. And I'm just like, okay, cool, sis. Then we see a little bit of a little bit of an interest on Kaylee's part with Nelson. We get a quote of her talking about how she finds Nelson attractive, and I'm gonna have to agree with her. Like, yo, when did Nelson get fine? He is looking mighty fine this season. His swag is on 100. His style is on point, and I really like him with the beard. But Kaylee kind of mentions that she likes everything about him but his beard. So we may see some, you know, a little bit of love between them in the future, but that's just all we got from them this episode. So I'm keeping an eye out for you, Kaylee and Nelson. Not looking too bad. Then we obviously some more developing feelings between Natalie and Bananas. Natalie is talking to Alicia and she's saying, I don't know if I want to pursue a relationship with Bananas. I think he's cute. You know, he's obviously known as the villain, but I get a different side from him. And I don't know. I didn't come here for a boyfriend. I'm just here to play the game. But, you know, he's cute and I might want to take a chance. And I'm just like, run. Get Natalie, run. So that's our update for the flings this episode. So now it is time for the challenge. One thing I have to note is this amazing view. I think this season has just been really good for the backgrounds, the shots, just the locations that we're getting. It is absolutely gorgeous. Spain is gorgeous. Just look at this background, like, beautiful. We know that we have to kind of figure out what Nelson wants to do with his grenade that he won at his elimination. After TJ inquires, he basically says that he's going to choose to take $5,000 from Joss. I honestly think that's the best decision and the best move at this point, because any other option would have put a huge target on Nelson's back, and he's already a lone wolf in this game and he does not need that. So good choice, Nelson. This challenge is called #Vendettas. So basically it's going to be an individual game and it's going to be played in 4 rounds, 2 guy rounds and 2 girl rounds. Basically they're going to be hoisted above the water on this platform that looks like an actual hashtag. Each player will have a pole, and around their pole they will have hashtags, 4 hashtags. And the purpose of the game is they need to run to their opponent's poles and put 1 hashtag on each of their opponent's poles. Returns back to their pole. That will have them stop their time clock, and the whole objective is to be the fastest. Duh. And what's in it for them? Winning guy and girl split $25,000. Y'all already know they've been racking up some major money this season. Definitely some incentive to win. So the first round is the guys round. We have Shane, we have Nelson, we have Victor, and a bunch of other guys. So it's looking like Victor is getting a really good start. He's running, he's looking very solid, he's looking like he has a strategy. His whole plan is to just go, you know, to scurry along and go as fast as he possibly can and get to the guy's poles and back to his as quick as possible. And on the other side, we see our man Shane is just trying to survive in these streets. He is sitting on this platform. He is hugging this platform. He gets up intermittently to try, you know, and put a hashtag on someone's pole. But his whole point is like, he just don't want to fall off. He don't want to see the water. That's probably how Shane felt. He is just trying to get through this challenge. It's obvious that he's not trying to come in first place. He just trying to survive in these streets. We see another appearance of the hashtag TJ Smile. Oh my God, he is absolutely laughing at Shane and how hard he's struggling, how scared he looks. He is just laughing. He is just, y'all, TJ is no longer hard. He's smiley. He's just everything. Victor secures the first spot. Looks like his strategy worked. Second place is Nelson. So this first round for the guys, off to a good start. Then we get the girls' first round. It's looking like they're off to a strong start as well. Many of the girls are looking very fearless. They're running. They're putting the hashtags on the other girls' poles, and they're not even looking down. They are just here to win and try to get in that trinka. So as Nicole is guarding her post and we're waiting for the other women to finish, Alicia is coming up to put her hashtag on Nicole's pole. Now, normally the other girls just kind of let them get by, you know, it's all a timed event, so I just have to get there, you know, get done quicker than you. But Nicole, she wasn't feeling like that today. She decided that, oh, Alicia, you look pretty scared coming towards me, and you actually think you're going to put that hashtag on my poll? Oh, absolutely not. She decides, Alicia, you're going to swim today. Have fun. Damn it. That shit was funny. I'm not even gonna lie. That was pretty savage, but it was hella funny. Alicia is obviously pissed. She's DQ. She has no chance of making it into the Troika. It was mixed reviews. A lot of the other people on the cast were thinking it was funny or badass or like crazy, like damn savage. And there was a few who felt like it was hella whack and that it was just mean. Nicole Z at first seemed very confident in her choice to do it. She was unapologetic. She was grinning like, whatever, you're swimming. But then as she notices other people's reaction, Nicole tries to kind of turn the situation and make it seem like, oh, it was an accident. Like, oh, forgive me. I'm sorry. And I was just like, that move was badass, but now it's just whack. Like, it means nothing. Once you did that and you can't even own it, you can't even be secure with that decision that you made, like, and now you're trying to take it back, it just looks weak. Like, it could have been so badass, but now it's weak. So the person to take the first spot for this heat is actually Natalie, surprising. She is basically showing that maybe, I don't know if it's because she's not associated with Bananas, so that's an extra pressure to perform well, or maybe she just really stepped her game up this week. I don't know what the case is, but Natalie secures that first spot with a close second going to Nicole. Despite everything I said, Nicole is a strong competitor and she's definitely consistently performing well. Then we get the second guys round. Now it's looking like the person who we need to watch out for is Devin. Devin said he is in the best shape of his life. He is coming into the season with the vendetta for, we know, Bananas, and he is not going to be last. He is coming for that top spot. Bananas notices that Devin is taking off. He's looking really good. He is definitely the person to be in this heat, and he is just not gonna have Devin be the one who determines Bananas' fate in this game. So he needs to pick it up and mirror what Devin is doing. So Devin finishes first, Bananas a close second, and third goes to Brad. Now for the second girls round, we see Kayla, we see Marie, we see Sylvia, Cara Maria, and all of them are looking pretty solid. The standout for this one is definitely Sylvia. People are noticing that she's definitely light on her feet. She's definitely moving to these girls' poles rather quickly, and I think she's definitely kind of continuously showing that she's improving as a competitor, and she's definitely someone to watch. So Sylvia finishes first place in this round, with second place going to Marie and a third place to Kayla. So now all of the rounds are done, and it's time to find out who is the top placing guy and girl to receive this $25,000. We find out that Devin, he worked off that dad bod and is now securing the bag. Go Devin, I'm not mad at you. He secures his $12,500, and on the women's side, Natalie wins. So we know that those two are going to make 2 of the 3 spots in the Troika. So now it's time to find out who's the third person in the Troika. After long silence and pause, TJ announces that it's Bananas. Again. Yeah. Bananas. So it's going to be interesting to see how we know this little fling that's forming between Natalie and Bananas. It'll be interesting to see how he influences Natalie's position and decisions in this Troika. Now for the shade this episode. Ooh, I love this segment, and this episode gave me a few moments to definitely laugh at. The first came from our resident shade queen, Jemmy. She was referring to Nicole Z and kind of her what I thought was badass move in the challenge. She basically says, you think you look like a badass, but you actually just ended up looking like an asshole. And I was just like, damn, Jimmy. Let me just stay quiet and sip that tea. Okay, Jemmy, coming through with the shade yet again. Then we actually get another round of shade from our commentator of the season, Mr. Devin. He is referring to Natalie's game. While they're in the deliberation room, he starts to peep that Natalie is playing a very scared game. She's kind of, backstabbing. She can't be trusted, and he's noticing how she's moving, and he is not liking it. And we get this very savage quote from him. He says, she thinks she can come out of Big Brother and into the challenge and play the I'm cute and pretty and dumb card. It's not going to work. Then we actually get a great moment of shade from Bananas. And it was actually directed towards our resident commentator, Devin. And he comes for Devin's body and he says, Devin is built like something that can float. You really just gonna call him a life jacket? A boat? A rig? That was petty, Bananas. That was real petty. I still love you, Devin. Your body is looking amazing. Don't let him get to you. Don't let him get to you. So that was this episode's The Shade. Please keep it coming because you know I live for it. You know I live for it. Now we see that Natalie's trying to figure out what 3 girls she's going to put up for possible elimination. And we know that she has a good relationship with some of the other rookie girls. We think that maybe she'll kind of align with them and kind of have their back. But no, Natalie makes it clear that rookies are definitely on the list for her and that she's really more worried about aligning herself with strong players. She wants to make alliances with strong players in this game, and she's not here to babysit anyone, even if they might be her friends. Now it's about making sure that she's in good with some of these veterans. So she pulls Veronica aside and she basically asks Veronica, do you like me? Veronica's like, I mean, I don't have a problem with you. She's just like, okay, well, if I don't say your name, you won't say mine. And Veronica's like, sure. Like, Natalie, what person at this point would be like, you know what, yeah, I'm coming for you. If this was me, I would have been sending you in. Like, this is elimination. Of course they're going to tell you that they'll have your back and they like you. Like, what? And then she does the same with Kayla. She pulls her aside and she's like, well, we haven't really gotten to talk, like, whatever, I just want to know where we stand. Kayla's like, yeah, like, I haven't really talked to everybody myself. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really know you, but I don't have any issues with you. And Natalie, again, was just like, well, if I don't say your name, you won't say mine. And she's just like, Kayla was looking at her like, was that a threat? And I was kind of feeling the same way. Like, girl, when you call these type of meetings, like, here's rookie tip number 1. You go into these meetings and you act like I'm coming for you, but I might change my mind if you agree to this. Like, you don't come in showing all your hands. Like, then they're just going to know where you already stood. They're going to know how to kind of maneuver around you, and they're going to not have any respect for you in this game. I just think Natalie is playing a very scared game, and I don't think it's not attractive to me, and it's not making me feel like she's a strong player, even though she won the challenge. Now we are in the deliberation room. Natalie, Devin, and Bananas, they seemingly all agree on Alicia, and they kind of go back and forth. Devin wants to vote in some veterans to kind of shake up the house, turn the house upside down. We know Devin is good for stirring the pot. Bananas is pretty much stuck on rookies. And so now it's going to be interesting to see what 3 pictures pop up on the screen for who is up for potential elimination. The doors open and we see Cam, we see Kaylee, and we see Alicia. Basically, it's going to be a rookie situation. Either way it goes, one of y'all are going up. And your girl didn't have y'all back. Now it's time for the Inquisition. We see the ladies walk in and Devin kind of prefaces that they have not made a decision. The Troika has not made a decision on anyone, and that this is their time to really plead their case about what they can kind of do for the Troika. So Kaylee comes in with this angle of, I'm just here to really push myself. I'm here to learn more about myself. And Devin's like, okay, what does that have to do with us? Like, thank you, Devin. Like, girl, this is about what you can give to them. Come on. And then she's like, well, this is going to be good for y'all because that means I'm going to be a team player. Like, I'm not necessarily here to be a threat to anyone. I'm here to make the team stronger, to be a strong player for the team, and kind of just be as, team player-ish as I can be. And he's like, okay, that makes sense. And then we hear from Alicia, who's basically like, I just want to push myself, you know, I just want to do more things. I want to keep going on in this experience. I just want to keep learning more about myself. And I'm just like, Alicia, that's really your argument, girl? Sis, really? Oh, okay. Then Cam, who already came in like the queen. First of all, she came in with a fur to this meeting. She shrugged off the fur. She was just sitting there like, okay, I really don't care what the outcome of this meeting is. Like, I'm not going to kiss your ass. I'm not going to beg. You know, just, it is what it is. Like, that's the kind of vibe she came in with. And she was just kind of like, you know, honestly, I would rather just hear, you know, are y'all going to tell us who you voted for? Like, I just want to know, you know, who y'all voted for. And Natalie is just basically like, you know, sis, like, to be honest, like, I'm okay with telling you that I voted for you. And Cameron's just like, oh, okay, bet. Why? She was being real calm. And she was just like, you know, honestly, like, you're a strong competitor. And I feel like I've gotten to know you, but I want to get to know you more. It's like, girl, just tell her you're strong and I don't want to face you in an elimination. Emma's just like, oh, okay, that's cool. And she didn't have anything to say about trying to save herself. She was just like, you know, I will remember who put me into the Inquisition, and it's glad that I know now. And that was her pitch. The Inquisition is kind of where the episode ends. Personally, I think that Alicia is going in. I don't think she stands a chance. Her boo was already sent home at the beginning of this episode, and I think it's just a natural progression for her to be going home next. And I would be shocked if one of the other girls goes in over her. So that's my recap for this week. Oh my God, thank y'all for being so patient. Thank you for rocking with me, riding with me, all of that. Thank you for the love. Thank you for everything. Please, please, please like this video. If you feeling this recap, comment and tell me, who is y'all vendetta for this season? Like, who do you not like? Who are you feeling? What rookie are you feeling? Tell me what you think about some of my assessments, and also make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit those notifications so you get notified of when I upload the next recap, of course. And if you're into it, please check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Let's see who makes it out of this Inquisition, okay? Y'all be good now. Bye.